Hello sports fans, welcome to part 2 of the Monday show. I am doing 2 shows today because it is a short week. Remember, we have Thanksgiving on Thursday. So I'm going to give you my NFL picks for week 13 right now. I know it's a little early for the NFL picks, but like I said, it's a short week this week. Now remember, tomorrow we're going to do the college football picks with Mr. Joe Spano from Sirius Satellite Radio. So please tune into that Tuesday show. We have a lot of big matchups in college football coming up this week. It is a great week in college football. Alabama at Auburn, Ohio State at Michigan, Florida State at Florida. All the classic rivals are playing this week. So it is a must-watch week in college football. So make sure you tune in to me and Joe Spano tomorrow for our college football picks. Without further ado, let's get to the NFL for Week 13. Let's start with the Thanksgiving games. The Detroit Lions are home, -5.5 against the Green Bay Packers. Detroit's lost 2 in a row and look bad doing it. Green Bay cannot get out of their own way without Aaron Rodgers. Haven't won a game since Rodgers has gone out. I don't trust either one of these teams right now, but I'm going to say Rodgers doesn't play and Matt Flynn plays. So I'm going to say Detroit at home has enough to beat Green Bay without Aaron Rodgers. So I'm going to take the Lions -5.5 despite their follies the last couple of weeks. I'm going to take a chance. I'll take the Lions -5.5 just because I don't think Rodgers is going to play. Let's go to Dallas, the Big D, where the Dallas Cowboys are -9 over the Oakland Raiders. I don't know if Pryor's quarterbacking for Oakland this week. I'm going to take Dallas here. Dallas is tied for first place with the Eagles. I think Dallas is going to win that division. I think Dallas is a playoff team coming off the big win against the Giants. You can't trust Oakland. You just can't. They just lost to Tennessee. Oakland's 4-7. I mean, Oakland's done some decent things in a couple games this year, but I don't expect Oakland to go down to Dallas and win the game. So I'm going to take the Dallas Cowboys -9 against the Raiders in the Big D. Let's go to Baltimore. This is the night game on Thanksgiving night. The Baltimore Ravens at home, -3.5 against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Both of these teams are 5-6. Both of them back in the playoff race, believe it or not. What we know about these two teams when they play is this. The game is always 3 points. Baltimore can win by 3. Pittsburgh can win by 3. I favor Baltimore a little bit here because they're home, but I think it'll be a 3-point game either way. I'll take Pittsburgh +3.5. These two teams always play close, hard-hitting, low-scoring games. I'm sure it'll be more of the same here. All right, let's go to Indianapolis, where the Indianapolis Colts are -4.5 against the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee, believe it or not, holds that last playoff spot. I don't trust Fitzpatrick at quarterback for Tennessee, but he did have a nice comeback win last week in Oakland. Indianapolis not playing well at all, giving up a lot of points. I expect Indianapolis at home to rebound here. I mean, Indianapolis is a good team. We like Luck. We like the coaching staff of the Colts. I would expect them to get the Colts in gear this week at home. I think they could handle Tennessee and Indianapolis. I think the Colts rebound here, and they beat the Titans in Indianapolis. So I like Indianapolis -4.5 against Tennessee. Let's go to Kansas City, where Denver is playing Kansas City. This is a very important game as far as best record in the AFC, as far as who wins this division. It's so early in the week, there's no point spread for this game yet. I'm going to guess it's not going to be a big spread either way. Maybe Denver's favored by like 2, 2.5. It won't be a big spread either way. Let's call it pick 'em right now. I'm going to take the Broncos. The Broncos just beat Kansas City. Kansas City's lost 2 in a row, gave up a ton of points to San Diego. And Peyton Manning very rarely loses 2 games in a row in the regular season. So I'm going to take the Broncos to go into Kansas City and beat the Chiefs. Let's go to Cleveland. Here's a beautiful game. The Cleveland Browns at home, -7 over the Jacksonville Jaguars. Cleveland the last 2 weeks couldn't play any worse. They played 2 atrocious games in a row. We know Hoyer's out for the year. Campbell might be out with a concussion. That means they're going with Whedon again. Jacksonville has 2 wins. They actually won a game last week. I mean, I don't know where to go here. I'm going to take Cleveland reluctantly. I mean, if you like Jacksonville, I couldn't argue with you. That's how bad Cleveland's been the last 2 weeks. I'm going to take Cleveland because is Jacksonville going to win 2 road games in a row? I mean, I don't know about that. Jacksonville just won a road game. Now they're going to go on the road again and win. I don't know about that. I don't trust Jacksonville that much. So I'm going to take Cleveland at home reluctantly because I don't love Whedon. I think he's going to probably play this week. But I'm going to take Cleveland. Maybe their defense does enough to carry the day here. I'll take the Browns reluctantly to beat the Jaguars. So I'll like Cleveland -7. Let's go down to Carolina, where the Panthers are -8 over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay's won 3 in a row, playing a lot better football. Carolina's won 7 in a row. They can do no wrong. They look like one of the better teams in all of the NFL. I'm going to take Carolina here. Carolina is doing everything right. They're on a real roll. I'm going to ride the wave right now. And I know Tampa Bay's been competitive. They've won 3 in a row. They have a lot of talent. I just think Carolina's going to be too much for Tampa Bay here. I think Carolina wins this game by about 10 points. I'll take Carolina -8 against Tampa Bay. Let's go to Minnesota, where the Chicago Bears are -2.5 at the Minnesota Vikings. Bears tied for first place, believe it or not, with the Detroit Lions. Both of those teams are a half a game up on Green Bay. Green Bay's 5-5-1. Minnesota's having an awful year. Should have won the game in Green Bay last week. Had a 23-7 lead in the fourth quarter. Blew that game. I don't trust Minnesota at all. I don't love Chicago and their beat-up defense, but I'm going to say Chicago wins this game, even if Cutler doesn't play. It's too big of a game for Chicago. They really need this game. I say they go into Minnesota and beat the hapless Vikings. I say the Bears take care of business here. They beat the Vikings. I like Chicago -2.5 at Minnesota. Let's go to Philadelphia. Very interesting game here. The Philadelphia Eagles are -3 over the Arizona Cardinals. Arizona playing very well at 7-4. Philadelphia has turned things around as well. They are 6-5, tied with Dallas for the division lead. I'm going to take Philadelphia here. They're home. They're off a bye week. Arizona's got to travel across the country. Should be cold weather. I'm going to take Philadelphia here. Listen, if you liked Arizona, I couldn't argue with you. Arizona's doing a nice job here. I'm going to take Philadelphia, though. I like them at home in the cold weather, off the bye week. I'll take Philadelphia -3 against the Arizona Cardinals. Let's go to the Meadowlands in New York, not far from here, where the New York Jets are -2 over the Miami Dolphins. How are the Jets favored by anyone after the way they played the last couple of weeks? I mean, we don't know who's going to quarterback the Jets. Geno Smith looks lost. I mean, he's hit the wall. He looks terrible. Jets can't move the ball from here to there, yet they're favored by 2 against the Dolphins. I'll take the Dolphins. I mean, I'll take the Dolphins. The Jets can't score at all, and the Jets have looked atrocious the last couple of weeks. I can't trust the Jets right now. I just can't. And I know Miami's not great either, and they're going, playing on the road here in probably cold weather. I'll take the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins are showing me more right now than the Jets. I'll take Miami +2 against the Jets. Let's go up to Buffalo, where the Buffalo Bills are -3 against the Atlanta Falcons. I'll take Buffalo here. It's been a lost year for Atlanta. Atlanta can't do anything right. Now they go on the road up to Buffalo. Buffalo has been in just about every game they've played this year. I like Buffalo here. I think Buffalo can handle this beat-up Falcon team, especially in Buffalo. I like Buffalo -3 against Atlanta. Let's go to San Francisco. The San Francisco 49ers are -7.5 against the St. Louis Rams. San Francisco's having a lot of trouble scoring. We'll see what they do tonight against the Redskins. They should be able to move the ball against them. The Redskins can't stop anyone. I like St. Louis here, +7.5. St. Louis is really starting to show me something. They've looked good the last couple of weeks. St. Louis bombed Chicago. I really like St. Louis's defense. This should be a close, tight scoring, game. It should be a low-scoring game. I don't know if St. Louis can actually win the game, but I say they definitely hang in there. I'll take St. Louis +7.5 against the Niners out in San Francisco. Let's go to Houston, where the New England Patriots are -7 against the hapless Houston Texans, who have lost 9 in a row. Why is this spread only 7? The way Houston's played, this spread should be 17. Houston just lost at home to Oakland and Jacksonville. They can't do anything right. They've lost 9 in a row. New England's one of the better teams in the league. They can score against anyone. They should demolish Houston. This spread should be 17. I like New England to cruise over Houston down in Houston. Let's go to San Diego, where the Cincinnati Bengals are 1-point favorites over the frenetic San Diego Chargers. Bengals leading their division. Chargers back in the playoff race after the huge win against Kansas City. Chargers are up and down. I'll take San Diego. I'm getting a point. They're home. They're off a huge win against Kansas City. Cincinnati can be spotty. I do like Cincinnati, but they can be a little choppy at times. I think San Diego can beat them in their own building. I'll take the Chargers and Phillip Rivers +1 to beat the Cincinnati Bengals. Let's go down to Washington, D.C., where the Washington Redskins are at home, -2.5 against the New York Giants. I don't know what to make of this game. I mean, I don't love the Redskins. I don't love the Giants either. I'll take the Giants. Maybe it's a 1-point game either way. I think the Giants should be able to move the ball against the Redskins. I don't love the Redskins' defense at all. I mean, like I said, the Redskins do play tonight against San Francisco. I don't like what I've seen at all from Washington. Who knows if Shanahan lasts as coach? I mean, we all love RG3, but it's kind of been a lost year for the Redskins as well. I'll take the Giants. The Giants look like they're probably out of it now if they lost to Dallas, but I'll take the Giants plus 2.5 at Washington. And finally, a huge game in the NFC. The Seattle Seahawks at home on Monday night, minus 5.5 against the New Orleans Saints. This game has major playoff ramifications. The winner of this game might get top seed in the NFC, and you know how important that is. Seattle is impossible to play in their building. New Orleans impossible to play in their building. Absolutely huge game. Seattle never loses at home. They haven't lost at home in a couple years. I don't think they'll lose here. I think Seattle off a bye week at home on Monday night with those crazy fans on Monday night. I think Seattle has enough to beat the Saints. The Saints are not the same team on the road. I'll take Seattle minus 5.5 against the Saints in a huge Monday night game next week. A very, very nice game. That's a must-watch Monday night game. So that is your NFL picks for Week 13. I know it's very early to be making the picks, but like I said, it is Thanksgiving week. And remember, you have San Francisco and Washington tonight. We're still in Week 12. I'm already picking Week 13, so it's a crazy week. Now, you guys are all caught up. Like I said, you got the Monday night game tonight. Tomorrow, please tune in to my college football show. It is a huge week in college football. If you love college football, you're going to love this week's games. All the classic rivals play this week. Alabama, Auburn, Ohio State, Michigan. I've said it a million times. I mean, Florida State, Florida, Washington, Washington State, Oregon, Oregon State. I mean, you got Stanford, Notre Dame, UCLA, USA. The list goes on and on and on. These classic rivals, the essence of college football. So please, if you like college football, tune into my Tuesday show. Me and Mr. Joe Spano are going to talk college football. We're going to make all the picks for the weekend. So you guys, thanks as always for tuning in. Thank you for watching both of my shows today. Please tune in tomorrow. You guys stay safe. Enjoy the Monday Night Football game tonight. I will talk to you tomorrow, Tuesday, big college football show. Talk to you then. Take care.